Hi Aries, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot readings from the heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your general November 2016 reading. This reading's been done a little bit differently this month. I'm really up against it. I've got a lot of personal readings on, and I was kind of running out of time. I'd done some of the generals from some of the other signs. But I thought to myself, you know what, I'm going to have to do. I'm not going to do, because I already did for another of the signs a 2-in-1 video, but it ends up at 15 minutes. There's two videos in there, the love reading and the general. But I feel that sometimes when it looks too long, it can put people off a little bit. So we're going to do two readings, obviously. We're going to do your general for this, and then I'm going to do your love reading. You'll have both. I won't be on screen this month, but this is not the way it's going to be all the time. Okay, I'm sorry about that. A lot of you guys will probably say, "Oh, but we love seeing the cards in the general." I like being on screen. All right, I feel it's good for me to connect with people. I want people to see me. I want people to see into my eyes, see who I am, so that when they come for readings, they know who they're getting their reading from, and that's fine for other people. There's lots of other tarot readers that just show the cards, and that's nothing wrong with that at all. It's a brilliant concepted way to do it, and I'm only doing it this way this month because it's saving me time. Also, I have to record from my webcam this month because the videos take a long time to upload when I'm recording them via the camera. So because of it's the 30th first today, we've got the first tomorrow. I need to try and get everything done and dusted with all the rest of the signs. So the readings might be a little bit shorter, but they'll still be, they'll still be of quality nature. Okay, so you've got this reading, and right next door you'll find your love reading, your Gypsy Tarot spread. Let's I'm using doing a Celtic cross for you this month with what I call secondary cards or clarification cards, just to expand the reading a little bit. Let's have a look. Where should we head to first? We're going to head to your foundation. Now, the foundation area is very important because your foundation area in a reading tells you what the root of the issue is. What's the root cause? What's the true problem going on here that's leading to the present situation with you guys. So we've got the Two of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. And for some of you guys, you might be in two minds. Two of Swords is often to be in two minds, but it's also a card where it says we're blocking things out. For some of you guys, it might be with the Nine of Pentacles because you're happy as you are. So for some of you, you're going to be single. Okay, Nine of Pentacles means to be single but kind of happy. A lot of tarot readers don't like that card because it means to be in a gilded cage. It means a prison of one's own making. It's a beautiful prison, but it's a kind of like a prison nevertheless, where somebody is so used to doing their own thing, making their own money, living their own life, enjoying their own surroundings, that they kind of don't have room for love, or they don't really think about love. It's all about them. So it's also a card about self-absorption as well, and really kind of just being absorbed with one's own life, one's own material things, and not really looking at the greater picture, but just kind of, this is a card about achieving abundance as well, because everything that this woman has worked for, she's looking at the fruits of her labours. So this is the achievement. So I feel that very much the root of the issue this month is that, there's certain things that you might be in two minds about because of your status at the moment. It might be that you're in a relationship and you're kind of happy with what you have in that relationship. Relationship might not have loads of love in it, but you've still got your possessions. You've got the nice home and the nice car and the kids and whatever. And the Two of Swords kind of says, why should I kind of change that? I'm in two minds. Some of you guys might be thinking to yourself, maybe I could do with a change here. I'm in two minds over my status, my Nine of Cups, my Nine of Pentacles status. Do I need to change anything about, what I'm doing at the moment? And remember, this is for Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. So for some of you guys, it might be, well, do I need to change? I'm in two minds over what I'm doing right now. Or it could be that you're blocking out certain things because of where you are right now. Let's have a look at, I always go then to the you now stroke external factors position. And we see the Two of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. So we can see where you are right now in conjunction with what the root of the problem is. So root of problem is in two minds, possibly over your status. And that's because the you now position of the Two of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles says that, we've got another two here. And this is, when you get the Two of Wands, it's about a new path that one wants to travel, one wants to investigate. Often this card can mean a crossroads. You've come to a crossroads, possibly over the Ace of Pentacles. But the Ace of Pentacles often shows up a new opportunity. So it could be that you're at a crossroads because of a new opportunity with this Ace of Pentacles. Could be a job as well. For some of you guys, you might be self-employed. And you might be in two minds over your self-employed status, Aries. And therefore, a new opportunity comes in with the Ace of Pentacles. And it leaves you at a bit of a crossroads. Do I stay where I am right now, doing what I'm doing right now, or do I go for this new opportunity with the you now stroke external factor position. Let's have a look at how the external factors is affecting the present situation. So when I do tarot, Aries, I look at the you now stroke external factors position as it acts as a lens through which we can see the present situation. So your present situation shows us the Lovers and the Queen of Cups. So for some of you guys, you'll have a deep affinity in terms of a relationship. It could also be because the Queen of Cups is a card about consideration. So when you get the Queen of Cups, all queens are rooted in water, right? So they all derive their decisions, their knowledge from their intuition, and then they act on it via what their suit is. So, for example, a Queen of Swords would feel intuitively led to do something, and she would then act on that knowledge via her thoughts. So she wouldn't go back to how she feels about it to derive her decisions. She would then act out how she feels internally about something, what her intuition is telling her, what her emotions are telling her, and then she would enact that through being really quite logical. So she'd make a game plan of how she's going to sort something through in a logical way, in a way that makes sense on a mental plane. With the Queen of Cups, she will think about things in a logical way, and as well, all queens are kind of interrelated, but in terms of how she derives her situation, it's how does she connect with it? Because she's a Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups means to connect. It means to open up emotionally to something. It means to be an empath and to be sympathetic. So you can connect with others as well as other things. You can put yourself into different people's shoes. I'm a Queen of Cups because I'm a tarot reader, and also I'm by nature a Scorpio. But it doesn't matter, because the Queen of Cups is about how we relate to something emotionally. And I feel with the Lovers card, because it's a card about unions and marriages and partnerships and love, being in love, I feel that there is, a deep-rooted sense of a connection here with something here, which is why you're possibly, with the Two of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, at a little bit of a crossroads pertaining to this opportunity. For some of you guys, it will be because you're in love. Could be a love thing. It will be because you already have a very strong sense of self and a very strong sense of a connection, maybe with another person that you're. The Queen of Cups can mean to be very emotionally attached to something. So maybe some of you guys are emotionally attached to a partnership here. It could be anything. It could be a work, it could be a job, it could be love, but you're emotionally attached to something here. Because we have pentacles around, it might be a job situation we're looking at as well, Aries, but it could also be a love situation, because all the cards do, people often come to me and they say, but I thought pentacles were money and material. No, not all the time. It doesn't work like that. The tarot doesn't. The Ace of Pentacles can mean when you're starting out on a long-term relationship, for example. The Nine of Pentacles can be entertaining guests, or that you feel secure in a relationship because it gives you independence, that relationship does. All interrelates. So here we can see in the you now position, you're probably at a little bit of a crossroads here in the month of November 2016. The you now position, the Two of Wands. You're possibly also, with that Two of Wands, wanting to explore a new idea. And there's an opportunity with the Ace of Pentacles to do so. But also this could say, I'm wanting to explore a new opportunity, but I'm going to have to put something into this with the Ace of Pentacles, because the Ace of Pentacles means to, but then it means to receive. So for some of you guys, it will mean to receive money, to do something, to move into a new direction. And it could be as a result of this, with the Queen of Cups, you're looking at this and you're saying, I'm really in love with an idea, or I'm really in love with something. For some of you guys, you'll be at a crossroads because of an opportunity that's come to you. And as a result of that, what this is affecting you in the center. Could be with the Queen of Cups energy. You're trying to seek you're doing a lot of soul searching, maybe over a decision with the Lovers card that you need to make, because it's not an easy decision, which is why the root of the issue is you're in two minds over your status at the moment. So for some of you guys, you might be single, for example, and the you now position, you've got a couple of options here. You can go one way or you can go the other with an opportunity that's come to you with the Ace of Pentacles. Which is why in the centre of the reading, it might be, well, I'm considering this opportunity here, but I'm in two minds because I kind of like being single. For some of you guys, you might be in a relationship already, and so you say, the Two of Wands, you're in a partnership with the Two of Wands, but there's an opportunity that's been presented to you with the Ace of Pentacles, which is why in the centre of the reading, you're giving this some consideration, because you might be giving it some consideration, or it might be a case of, I'm in a relationship, partnership here, and a new opportunity's come along, but this only heightens how I feel about what I have at the moment. So therefore I'm blocking everything else out with the Two of Swords because I'm kind of settled where I am right now. Where did the Two of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles lead to? Ah, the Knight of Pentacles and the Strength card. So I feel for some of you guys you're acting cautiously because the Knight of Pentacles means to act cautiously and the Strength card means to abstain and it means to hold back. I hope you can see that. Bloody camera's trying to get everything on there. Let's try and get these cards so you can see them. So yeah, we got a Knight of Pentacles and the Strength card. And both cards are about being cautious, both of them. So when you do clarification cards or you put a secondary card, good idea is to look at what the correlation is between the cards. The correlation between the Lovers card and the Queen of Cups is to be in love, is to be emotionally attracted or attached to something. Correlation between the Two of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles is a new opportunity. There's not really the correlation between the Two of Swords and the Page of and the Nine of Pentacles is Gilded Cage. It's the inability to move out of something that you have stuck yourself in. Though that's a positive card, it can also be somebody who lives on her own. She's got everything she wants, but she refuses to have relationships. So sometimes this can be a middle-aged lady who's on her own and she has a nice pension and everything and she's stuck in her ways, and the Two of Swords can sometimes mean stuck in your ways. And the Knight of Pentacles and the Strength card, correlation between those cards is to be very cautious and to move very, very slowly towards something. So I feel that there is, as a result of this kind of I'm seeing a lot of refraining from something here. Two of Swords possibly in two minds over your status here. And that could be while you're moving cautiously and you're abstaining and you're holding back a bit with the Strength card. For some of you guys, it will be somebody, it will be a lover. Knight of Pentacles can be a Virgo individual, but also can be Capricorn and Taurus. But this person might be offering you something, but you seem to be abstaining from it with the Strength card because I feel that the foundation or the root of the issue is that you're in two minds. Possibly because you're happy where you are right now, and therefore as the Queen of Cups in the centre of the reading, you're probably considering or looking at this opportunity. If you're in a relationship, you're kind of really in love here, which is why you seem to be blocking out this thing, the Two of Swords, because you're happy where you are. And therefore, if it's an offer that comes to you with the Knight of Pentacles, you're going to kind of abstain from it. Because in the you now position, you might be in a partnership here, and this opportunity may have come to you. But you abstain from it with the Two of Swords because you're happy where you are. Therefore, the offer that's presented to you, you're kind of like holding back. You're not going for it. Possibly for some of you guys because you're already in love. If you're single, it might be that you're happy the way that things are. If you're in a job or you work for yourself, it might be, well, you know what? I have two ways I can go because an opportunity's come in for me. I need to consider, does this thing kind of fit in with my own values? And I need to consider whether this would be a good opportunity, this decision that I need to make here. Because right now I'm kind of comfortable where I am. So I'm in two minds around this. And therefore I'm going to kind of look at this situation, but I'm going to be very cautious about it with the Strength card. What is your challenge for the month? Well, there you go. It's the Eight of Cups and the Ace of Wands. And if you put those cards side by side, what we see is somebody who's walking towards a new opportunity. So the challenge is walking towards a new opportunity, letting go of something and walking towards something new. And this is the problem. This is the challenge for you. And this is why the root of the issue is probably being in two minds. Could be on your status. Could be the fact that you're happy where you are right now, whether you're in a relationship or in a job or whatever it is. But, you know, Pentacles usually represent money. So it might be that you're comfortable where you are right now. And therefore, you know, you're kind of blocking this thing out because we don't see that, you know, being in two minds, I would have expected maybe a different card to show here. Maybe a Wheel of Fortune or something. But Knight of Pentacles is to be very cautious. So we see that, you know, if it's love, there could be somebody that comes in and wants to offer you something here, but you're kind of like, well, no, I don't really want to go there because that would mean, the challenge would mean kind of separating myself from what I have right now and maybe walking towards a new relationship. And right now I'm probably still in love with someone here. Let's have a look at how we can unfold this, because what's your crowning thoughts? Well, there you go. You got the Ace of Swords and the King of Wands, and it means severance with someone. Your crowning thoughts are. So let's quickly go through the reading again. In your you now position, there may be an opportunity that's being presented to you, and you might be at a crossroads with this. If you're in a relationship, you're in a partnership, when a new offer comes in, could be from potentially an earth sign, because we've got an earth sign here offering something here, and we've got an earth sign here with the hand. So potentially there's an earth sign here, Aries, that's offering something to you. And you, potentially if you're in a relationship, you're kind of okay. You're in a partnership, and somebody comes along and they offers you something, and it's kind of like with the Two of Swords. Well, no, because I have everything I want within this relationship. I'm comfortable within this relationship with that Nine of Pentacles. So therefore, in the present situation, you're kind of, you know, I'm in love with this individual here. My heart is with this relationship here, with this Queen of Cups and the Lovers card, and therefore your challenge is walking away, leaving what you have behind, and walking towards a new relationship, which is why this opportunity that's presented to you, you seem to refrain from it with the Strength card. Because that would mean, in your crowning thoughts area, well, I probably need to sever ties with someone that I already have, and I don't really want to do that. If you're on your own, single, or it's a job or something like that, we've got the Two of Wands here. Probably at a little bit of a crossroads here, an opportunity comes in. But you might be in two minds here because you're kind of comfortable with what you have right now. So therefore, as the Queen of Cups, you need to kind of try and understand whether you emotionally are entwined with this offer, and therefore this is the big decision that you need to make with the Lovers card, because the challenge would be walking away from what you have right now and walking towards this new career or this new job or this new relationship. So therefore the offer that is presented to you, again, you refrain from here, because it would probably, if it's a career thing or even being on your own, doesn't matter, means severance. Ace of Swords is severance, or I need to think this over. The King of Wands can mean that you're a manager or you're in charge. Kings are usually in charge, so it would mean severance maybe with being in charge. And the thing is, when you get a Nine of Pentacles, this is often somebody that runs their own business or somebody who's at the top of their game here. And it could be, with the Two of Swords, well, I'm a little bit in two minds because I'm at the top of my game here with the Nine of Pentacles. I have a job, or, I have a lifestyle that gives me everything. And if I were to, accept this thing here, it would mean I'd need to sever what I've built up with the King of Wands. King of Wands is a creative card, and it often, because kings are in charge, it can mean somebody who's at the top of their tree, especially if you work within a creative environment, that type of thing. So it might mean, severance with what I've already built up, Aries, in terms of work or lifestyle, that type of thing. In the immediate future, we have the Page of Cups and the Page of Swords. Now, pages are notoriously young. So pages can mean that this is an underdeveloped thing in the immediate future. If it's love, it can mean other options come to you, because it looks like you're in demand. This is the thing, Aries. It looks like you're in demand in the month of November. It looks like there are several people or things that are trying to get your attention here. But it looks like you might be stuck on the one thing, which is why it's such a difficult decision to make. But it looks like a lot of people want to get your attention. So there could be two other people that are coming in and saying, we want to get your attention, Leo. And you're kind of like, oh, shit. What do I do about this? Because I don't, and also the Page of Swords can mean underdeveloped things. So it can mean this needs more information on it. Page of Cups is the invitation, but Page of Swords is, well, I'd like to kind of maybe initiate something, but I need to spy this out. I need to find out more information on this. It can be that you have kind of mixed thoughts about this, or you're sending mixed messages perhaps with those pages as well. But pages usually mean something very, very young communication or young development. So this thing is just in the immediate future. It looks like this thing is just in the development stage as well, coming through. So it's something that has the potential to happen in November 2016, but it looks quite young, and that it has very young potential to it. As a result of that Page of Cups and the Page of Swords, what we find is that you take a pause, because you've got the Four of Swords here and the Ten of Swords, because maybe you feel to yourself, this isn't the right thing for me right now. So you take a pause, because with the Ten of Swords, you feel kind of like, what, actually, I don't really want to do this. Too much of a headache, too much going on, too much. Swords are mental energy. So when you get the Ten of Swords, it's not always about betrayal and stuff. It's about mental energy, and how mental energy is really making us feel quite tired and quite exhausted. But I feel that you want to take a pause with that Four of Swords, because the whole thing just makes you feel quite exhausted. For some of you guys, it's going to be love. But you only have potentially one person on your mind, and that's that King of Wands. And as a result of that, in the present situation, you're deeply in love with someone, and there's only one person who's on your mind. You're quite certain of this individual mentally. which is why you kind of block out any other interest that comes through because you're comfortable in what you have with that Nine of Pentacles card there. As a result of that, somebody that comes to you with maybe a love offer, if it's love, you refrain from them because you don't really, in your challenge area, want to go to a new relationship because you're set on a King of Wands here. And therefore, in the immediate future, it might be that, you know, a couple of other people are coming along. Page of Cups, Page of Swords can easily be maybe a couple of younger people. There's different options showing here. But you kind of take a break from the whole thing because, you know, it's just too much. And also, you've probably thought about betraying this individual here if you did go for anything with anyone. And what's in your hopes and fears pertaining to that Page of Cups and Page of Swords? Well, your fear is that you would struggle because your heart's not in the thing. So, you know, for example, if this is a work thing, Two of Wands, crossroads because of an opportunity that comes to you with the Ace of Pentacles. Therefore, needing to kind of go do a lot of soul searching over this decision that needs to be made with the lovers because you're in two minds, because you're kind of comfortable where you are right now. And it would be a challenge to walk towards something new. So this offer here, you kind of refrain from with the Strength card because it would mean cutting out possibly what you've already built up in terms of the King of Wands energy. So in the immediate future, this might flounder a little bit. It's a little bit of, you know, young energy around this. It's not a fully formed or a fully developed idea. So you decide to kind of, you know, take a little bit of a rest from it with that Four of Swords because it's just too much hassle with the Ten of Swords. And your fears would be, well, you know what, I'd probably struggle with going for this with the Ten of Wands because my heart's not really in it with that Four of Cups. And the outcome shows as Seven of Wands, Queen of Wands, Nine of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands doesn't always mean to leave, though. Can mean that somebody moves in on you. They're persistent. So for some of you guys, as I've read through the career thing, you might feel underdeveloped, but these people are still here. Looks like some form of career thing for some of you guys, opportunity. You look settled in what you're doing right now, but opportunities are just coming left, right and centre for you. You take a little bit of a pause because the Ten of Swords, just too much is overwhelming you thought-wise, because your fear is you would probably struggle with this new opportunity because your heart's not in it with the Four of Cups. So therefore in the outcome it might be a case of you say no. Seven of Wands can often mean to say no in the outcome because the Queen of Wands you already have. And you are Aries, you're the Queen of Wands. You already have what you need. Queen of Wands says, I'm already busy. You know, I'm already a leader. I already have what I want. You know, I'm already working on loads of creative things. So you say no if this is a work thing because you're already the Queen of Wands. You're already comfortable in what you have and in what you're doing. And, you know, in your, you know, you're already confident and happy in what you have. You don't need anything else. But this person here on the Nine of Wands seems to want to persist. He's not letting go. And he's still wanting to come forward. He's probably still persisting because he wants you to move. Okay, so some of you guys, if you're in a high-fluting job, you might find yourself, in fact, being headhunted this month, in the month of November 2016, from a very, very, very persistent recruitment consultant. So for some of you guys, yeah, career-wise, it might be that you're being headhunted and they don't want to let go. They won't let up. The best that you can achieve is, well, if you're blocking out an opportunity that's being presented to you career-wise, the best that you can achieve is at least to have a chat maybe with this King of Wands. King of Wands doesn't have to be you in your career. It can be the often you get employment consultants showing as King of Wands. Okay, they will often show up when somebody's coming to you for a career thing. So the best that you could achieve is at least to have a chat. Ace of Swords is a chat communication with a King of Wands, okay, even though you're in two minds because you're happy here. It could say, well, the best that you can achieve, Aries, is to have a conversation maybe with this King of Wands, but you know, because this thing is kind of a little bit underdeveloped, and maybe you want to kind of flesh this thing out and see where it's going. But nevertheless, you'll take a pause because you've already overwhelmed with lots of things with the Ten of Swords, especially if it's work related. You're already overwhelmed here with many responsibilities, and you feel that you would struggle to take on anything more. It might be that somebody comes to you and say, can you do a project, especially if you're self-employed, and it might be, I can't do that, because my fear would be that I would struggle with more responsibility, because if I struggle with more responsibility, it might be with the Four of Cups I'm not able to deliver to you, if that makes any sense. I can't take anything else on. I've already got this three cups here that I'm dealing with, the three projects that I'm dealing with here. So my fear would be, especially if you're self-employed and people are coming to you for additional projects and stuff, might be, well, I'm fearing that I would be carrying too much burden here and that I either wouldn't be able to deliver something or I wouldn't be able to cope with anything extra. Can you see that? And so therefore you say no, because I've already up to the hilt with work. Okay? And the Nine of Wands can mean, I'm walking a tightrope with delivering this thing with the Knight of Wands, already delivering more of the work. But it can also mean that somebody is still not letting go. They're still going to be there. They're still going to want to, they're still going to want you. And you're looking straight at them. They're like, we're not letting up. We want you to move, that type of thing. If it's a love thing and you're in love with someone else, then yeah, two minds because you're happy where you are right now. You're deeply in love with these two cards, and it would mean having to sever ties with somebody in your life that you really care about. Your obstacle would be walking towards a new relationship, and this offer from the Knight of Pentacles you seem to refrain from because of that. There is additional options coming up here, additional people showing up here, but you kind of take time out because you know what, it's just too much of a headache with the Ten of Swords, and also I'd probably be betraying this individual here. My fear would be that I would have to probably conceal what I do here with the Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands can mean concealment. I probably need to conceal what I've done here because of this Four of Cups that I took, or I took advantage of this proposal or something like that. So in the outcome, again, it's kind of like I reject this, I say no. The Seven of Wands can also be somebody who defends you. So potentially this King of Wands here in the outcome is like, piss off my girlfriend or boyfriend because she's the Queen of Wands, but then you're looking to other people who are also interested. So I just feel that there is a lot of options coming up for Aries in the month. It's a good reading. It's a lovely reading, actually. It just looks like it's a really good month for work, for having lots of... This is for everybody who's Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising sign. If this kind of... gels with you. I just feel that there's options coming up for you in terms of work. I feel that you're going to have more work, especially if you're self-employed. You might have more work and more projects coming on than you ever dreamed of, and some of this stuff you might have to turn down. If you're in a relationship and you're happy in a relationship, there looks like there's going to be more suitors coming along, and it looks like your boyfriend or girlfriend are going to have to say, you know what, keep the hell out, leave my woman or leave my man alone, that type of thing. But it won't stop them from coming. And also if you're single, it just looks like you've got options all around you. But for some reason, for some of you guys, you're kind of like, you know what, actually I'm just not that interested. I'm really happy in what I'm doing at the moment. So I'm just seeing some really good stuff happening for Aries. Work, love, whatever you want to call it, in the month of November 2016. Let's get a quick look at your angel card for the month. So Universe Spirit, what's coming in for the zodiac sign of Aries? What's coming in for the zodiac sign of Aries? Show me Aries. What's coming in? What's coming in for the zodiac sign of Aries? What's coming in for the zodiac sign of Aries? Show me Aries in the month of November 2016. Angels, what's your advice for... Oh, it says not the right time. Just fell out. Can you see that? Not the right time, just flipped out. Let's have a look what this card says. This is not the right time presently for what you're inquiring about. This answer is not a no, just not a yet. Just a not yet. Have patience. Your angels will give you a sign when the timing is perfect. So we could see here there was something that's not the right time for some of you guys. And this is possibly why you're saying no to something. I'm seeing that you're saying no to something. Possibly because you're in a relationship. You've got other people that are bugging you to take you out, to whatever. If you're in a career, it could be that you've got recruitment consultants trying to headhunt you from what you're doing right now. If you run your own thing, it could be people saying, can you take this project on or that project on? And you're like, well, I'm already up to it. My eyeballs in this and I can't take anything else on. So I'm seeing a lot of opportunities coming in for you guys, but it might not be, with the angel advice card, the right time to be looking at the opportunities, and it might just be the time to kind of settle and focus on what you have right now. That's your reading, Aries, for the month of November 2016. Your general reading. Check out next door because your love reading's coming up. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.